Installing a new toilet might seem like a daunting task, but it's a project you can handle. With a little patience and the right guidance, you'll have a shiny new throne in no time. This guide will walk you through each step of the process, using clear, easy-to-understand language. We'll cover everything from gathering your tools to putting the finishing touches on your bathroom. Whether your old toilet is leaking, outdated, or simply not working as it should, replacing it can make a world of difference. A new toilet can save water, improve hygiene, and add a touch of style to your bathroom. Plus, there's a sense of accomplishment that comes with tackling a DIY project and doing it right. So, roll up your sleeves, grab your tools, and let's get started. Before we begin, let's gather everything we need. Having the right tools and materials on hand will make the installation process much smoother. Don't worry, you won't need any specialized equipment. Most of these items can be found at your local hardware store. Adjustable wrench, screwdriver, putty knife, hacksaw, measuring tape, level, bucket and sponge, new toilet, wax ring, toilet bolts, Teflon tape. Safety. First, before you start, turn off the water supply to the toilet. This is usually a valve located behind the toilet or on the wall nearby. Flush the toilet several times to empty the tank and bowl. Use a sponge to soak up any remaining water. Now it's time to bid farewell to your old toilet. This might seem like a daunting task, but with a little patience and the right tools, you'll have it done in no time. Don't worry, this is the messiest part of the job, and it's all downhill from here. Make sure you have all your tools ready and put on some gloves to keep your hands clean. 1. Use an adjustable wrench to loosen the nut connecting the water supply line to the toilet tank. This step is crucial to prevent any water from spilling out when you remove the toilet. Have a bucket handy to catch any remaining water. Even after turning off the water supply, there might be some water left in the tank and bowl. 1. Look for the bolts holding the toilet tank to the bowl. These bolts are usually located at the bottom of the tank and can be a bit tricky to find. They're usually hidden under plastic caps. Remove the caps and use your wrench to loosen the nuts. Be gentle to avoid damaging the bolts or the tank. 1. Carefully lift the tank off the bowl and set it aside. The tank can be quite heavy, so take your time and ensure you have a good grip. If the tank is heavy, you may want to have someone help you with this step. It's always better to have an extra pair of hands to avoid any accidents. 1. These are the bolts that secure the toilet bowl to the floor. They are usually located at the base of the toilet and can be covered with caps. Use your wrench to loosen and remove the nuts and washers. This might require a bit of elbow grease, especially if the bolts are old and rusty. 1. Gently rock the toilet back and forth to break the seal with the wax ring. This step is important to ensure that the toilet comes off easily without damaging the flange. Once the seal is broken, carefully lift the toilet straight up and away from the flange. Make sure to lift with your legs, not your back, to avoid any strain. Place the toilet in a safe location where it won't be in the way. Now that the toilet is removed, take a moment to inspect the flange. Look for any signs of damage or debris that might need to be cleaned up before installing the new toilet. You'll likely see some residue from the old wax ring. Use a putty knife or scraper to remove this old wax, ensuring the flange is clean and ready for the new wax ring. Clean the area around the flange thoroughly. This will help ensure a good seal when you install the new toilet and prevent any future leaks. Place a new wax ring on the flange. This is a crucial step to ensure a watertight seal between the toilet and the floor. Before proceeding with the installation of your new toilet, take a moment to review the instructions that came with it. Each toilet can have slightly different installation steps, and it's important to follow the manufacturer's guidelines. Congratulations, you've successfully removed your old toilet. Take a moment to appreciate your hard work before moving on to the next step of installing your new toilet. Prepping for the new throne. Installing the wax ring. This is a crucial step in ensuring your toilet is properly sealed and functions without any leaks. With the old toilet out of the way, it's time to prepare for the new one. Removing the old toilet can be a bit of a messy job, but it's essential to start with a clean slate. This involves installing the wax ring, which creates a watertight seal between the toilet base and the floor flange. First, clean the flange. This step is vital because any leftover debris can prevent a proper seal. Use a putty knife to remove any old wax or debris from the flange. Be thorough in this process to ensure that the surface is completely clean. Make sure the flange surface is clean and dry. Moisture can compromise the effectiveness of the wax ring, so take your time to ensure it's dry. Next, position the wax ring. This is a critical step, as the placement of the wax ring will determine how well your toilet seals. Place the new wax ring onto the flange, making sure it's centered. A centered wax ring ensures an even seal all around the toilet base. The tapered end of the ring should face up towards the toilet bowl. This orientation helps the wax ring to compress properly and form a tight seal. Here's a pro tip. Some plumbers prefer to use 2 wax rings for added leak protection. This can be especially useful in older homes where the flange might be slightly recessed. If you choose to do this, place one ring directly on the flange and the second ring on top of the first. This double layer can provide extra assurance against leaks, especially if the flange is not perfectly level or if the floor is uneven. Once the wax ring is in place, press down gently to ensure it adheres to the flange. This step is crucial to make sure the wax ring stays in place when you set the toilet. Carefully lift the toilet and position it over the flange. Align the toilet so that the bolts on the flange fit through the holes in the base of the toilet. Lower the toilet slowly onto the wax ring. The weight of the toilet will compress the wax ring, creating a watertight seal. Once the toilet is in place, secure it by tightening the bolts on the base. Be careful not to over-tighten, as this can crack the porcelain. Finally, test the toilet by flushing it a few times to ensure there are no leaks. If everything is sealed properly, you should have a fully functional, leak-free toilet. Clean up your tools and admire your handiwork. Installing a wax ring might seem like a small task, but it's a vital part of ensuring your bathroom stays dry and your toilet functions properly. Setting the stage, positioning and securing your new toilet. This is a crucial step in ensuring your bathroom upgrade is both functional and long-lasting. A well-installed toilet not only looks great, but also prevents leaks and other issues down the line. Now it's time to set your new toilet in place. Make sure you have all your tools ready and within reach. This includes a wrench, a set of pliers, and a level. Having everything prepared will make the process smoother and more efficient. This is where your patience and attention to detail will really pay off. Take your time to ensure everything is perfectly aligned. A small mistake here can lead to bigger problems later, so it's worth the extra effort. First, carefully lower the toilet bowl onto the flange. Make sure you do this slowly and steadily to avoid damaging any parts. The flange is a critical component that connects your toilet to the plumbing system, so it needs to be handled with care. Making sure the closet bolts line up with the holes in the base. These bolts are essential for securing the toilet to the floor, so double-check their alignment before proceeding. Gently press down on the base to seat the wax ring. The wax ring creates a seal between the toilet and the flange, preventing any leaks. Ensure it's properly seated to avoid any future issues. Next, secure the closet bolts. These bolts will hold your toilet firmly in place, so it's important to get this step right. Place a washer and nut onto each closet bolt. The washer helps distribute the pressure evenly, while the nut secures the bolt in place. And tighten them by hand. Hand tightening allows you to feel the resistance and ensures you don't over-tighten, which could damage the porcelain. Use your wrench to tighten the nuts further, but be cautious. It's easy to over-tighten and crack the porcelain. which would be a costly mistake. Alternating between each side to ensure the toilet is level. A level toilet is crucial for proper function and comfort. Use a level to check your work as you go, as this could crack the porcelain. Finally, attach the tank. The tank is where the water is stored, so it needs to be securely attached to avoid any leaks. Place the tank onto the bowl, making sure it's properly aligned. Misalignment can cause leaks and affect the toilet's performance. Aligning the tank bolts with the holes. These bolts will secure the tank to the bowl, so take your time to get it right. Tighten the nuts by hand, just like you did with the closet bolts. This initial hand tightening helps you gauge the resistance and ensures you don't over-tighten. Then use your wrench to secure them. Again, avoid over-tightening. A properly secured tank will ensure your toilet functions efficiently and lasts for years to come. Congratulations! You've successfully positioned and secured your new toilet.